I'm just leave my hair like this, okay.
We fell out of love like shooting stars, came crashing.
Hi guys, welcome back to another Tuesday video, and my name is Morgan, and I hope that this video is okay quality because I'm filming it at night because I just got back from eating ice cream and I thought, why not make a video because I have to make this video. So I thought that I would talk about my final thoughts on Ruler of the Mask. I'm going to split it up into 3 different sections. The first section is going to be me talking about each character, and then I'm also going to be talking about things I would change, and lastly I want to talk about my favorite moments in Ruler Master of the Mask. Now, for those who don't know, me and Sam, who is also the co-owner of this channel, we do discussion videos with this drama, and we also did, I think we also done 3 other dramas besides Ruler of the Mask, and we take dramas and we just discuss them and recap them. So if you guys are interested in seeing our recaps about Ruler of the Mask or Ruler Master of the Mask, I'll leave the link down below. But today I'm just going to go quickly over some of my favorite moments and stuff like that. Also, if you have yet to see this drama, please just click out of this video because of the fact that I'll be spoiling a lot and I don't want to ruin this drama for you. So yeah, this is going to be a spoiler zoned, so just please be aware of that. So the first character I want to talk about is our lovely Prince Sun. So I actually really enjoyed Prince Sun, and I like the fact that there was characters around him that pushed him like his beliefs and his morals, and you got to see this character totally transform from what he was in the beginning. There was really good character development with Prince Sun. I also like to think that Prince Sun started off kind of like a child, like kind of innocent like that, where he always thought, things were great, he was a prince. Yeah, he had a mask, which he was pretty much confused about why he had to wear it, but he was pretty much innocent like a child. If you notice in the beginning, he cried a lot, like when his father was, I think, punishing Deputy Han, he cried a lot. And I don't know, maybe it's because now he was the king and he had more power and he didn't have to like look up to his father and follow what his father says, but he definitely was able to take charge in the later episodes and be more independent, which I totally enjoyed watching. The only thing I really didn't like about Prince Sun is the fact that he was way too forgiving. I mean, I think the whole thing with Peasant Sun and him should have been maybe more like acted out, not acted out, but more better written out, because you think that there would be some frustration or anger towards Peasant Sun since he tried taking the throne away from Prince Sun, and because of the fact that he tried killing him. But no, he's like, you're my best friend still, best friend forever, even though I made you my best friend after a day.
Ooh, you make me live. Oh, you're the best friend that I ever had. I've been with you such a long time. You must.
The next character I have is Guyan. Now Guyan is our lovely leading lady, and to be honest with you, I'll still stand by my opinion that Guyan should have been the main lead. It should have been Hagun. For me personally, I felt like Guyan didn't add anything to the story until the way end when things were heating up. Guyan felt more like a second character than the leading lady, which is absolutely sad to me because I wanted a character I could root for, but this character really didn't do anything except for siding with the queen to plot against the prince, which wasn't really the prince, and also finding the jar that she should have found 5 years ago. Yes, I will agree that she did have amazing character development in the show, but some episodes it just felt like she really wasn't even there. The next character I'm going to talk about is Peasant Sun. Now, in some videos, or maybe in one video, I talked about how I hate when characters do a flip of what they were. So I'm talking about like a character who's really nice, and all of a sudden the next episode they're the evil villain. This is what happened to Peasant Sun, unfortunately. This is actually what I wanted from Peasant Sun. In the first or second episode, no, it had to be a second episode, you saw that Peasant Sun was listening to the water people talking about how people have been, stealing water, or how they've been like acting up to get water or whatever, and how to punish them, and if they get away, just kill them. And you can see that Peasant Sun was upset about this, that he made a fist and he got upset, and even his father was like, just don't say anything, just stay quiet. But you can only tell that he wanted to speak up, he wanted to have a voice. This scene alone made me feel like Peasant Sun had a strong fighting spirit, but he didn't have the voice to speak up. And obviously that didn't happen. And Peasant Sun basically just became one leg of a stupid love triangle, and I wanted so much more from this character, which we never got. Next character I'm going to talk about is the queen. And is it that hard to get a non-evil queen? Can I just ask you guys, is it that hard to not get one? I feel like the queen, like Peasant Son, switched their roles completely later on. And yes, it made sense, you know, why she was acting that way. But I also felt like there should have been, Peasant Son, I felt like the queen switched roles like very fast, and it was hard to kind of comprehend why she was acting like that. Although I, you know, of course do understand why she was acting evil, because of course she was unhappy that Peasants or Prince Son was her son when he's not really her son, if that makes any sense. Even though I was reading this thing saying that back then in the day, when concubines had babies with kings, you know, the queens basically viewed those as their children if they took them in. So she, I don't know, that kind of annoyed me though, that she was acting that kind of mean over the fact that she couldn't have kids. Next character I'm going to talk about is Daemok. Now, Daemok is one of the characters I actually really enjoyed watching. He's one of the characters that was evil, but wasn't evil without a cause. Although I do wish to know why he turned into a monster, not just the world made him into a monster. I want to know the fact, like, what actually turned him into a monster. Whether it be his loved one died, or his wife died due to the government, or the government wouldn't help him. I do wish to know why he turned the way he did turn. Next character I'm talking about is Hagun, the psycho girl I had came to love. Now, I do think that this actress has a long way to go. I didn't like her acting in this drama, but I did like her character. I felt like she should have been the main lead to the prince, because she did make a lot more sacrifices and did help out the prince son more than Gaion in this series. Although I do wish that we had a little backstory about why she fell in love with so fast and why she was willing to give up everything for Prince Sun. But at the end of the day, I really enjoyed this character, and it was really sad to say goodbye to her when it wasn't even the end of the drama yet. Next character I want to talk about is Gon. I'm hoping I'm saying that name right. I apologize if I'm not. So to me, Gon is a evil ninja that has a heart of gold. But I do want to know a little backstory on him, like how he joined Hongsu and why he's so loyal to Daemok, but a little bit more loyal to Hagun. I know that, you know, we eventually find out that he loved her, but I want to know if there's more to that. Like, because it kind of seemed to me that he was Daemok's bodyguard for a long time and then switched to Hagun, and I guess he could have been doing everything because he loved her, but I felt like the whole love scene came out of nowhere. So like, they were like, we have to make it somehow emotional so he's gonna love her, and I just felt like it came out of the woodworks. And the next character I have is Wubu, and this character I actually really did enjoy watching. I have no bad things or any critiques to give this character. The same thing with Muha too. I loved his character. I loved Muha and Wubu together. They had a good comical relationship together. I loved it. My camera's gonna die. I'm gonna have to switch to a really bad camera. I'm sorry. Hey guys, so I just want to let you know that the other footage I put in this video is actually from my webcam, so hopefully it's okay. And yeah, the angle is so awkward and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go hide in the corner and eat ice cream. So on to what I would do differently. So there are many things I would do differently, but I mostly want to focus on Peasant Son, Gon, the Queen, Daemok, and Hagun, and what I would change about those characters, because I don't really feel any, you know, I need to change anything about Prince Sun, nor the King or Gaion. So I felt like with Hagun, we should have had a flashback of a boy that she used to love. And this boy was either destroyed by Daemok in some way, either by the family having to move because of Daemok, or he died, or maybe even make it where he died because of her. And that way we kind of have a little understanding of why she would sacrifice everything for a boy. Maybe Prince Sun reminds her of that boy she once loved, and she decides to kind of risk it all to like fall in love with him again. Because besides that, we just see a very kind of crazily obsessed girl who would do anything for a boy, which is not something we like. But I did like the character, so I don't know if I can actually like say anything bad. With Gon, I wanted actually a flashback of why he joined Pengsu and Daemok. I think it'd be really cool if we got a flashback when Hagun died, of a scene when Hagun was little and she saw Gon on the streets and she offered him a piece of bread and brought him home, and Gon kind of grew up with her family, and that's why he fell in love with her. besides like that stupid like I love her, you love her. Like I just felt like once again that came out of the woodworks, and it should have been a little bit more well put together. So I think a really cute flashback of them together would have made, you know, more sense, and it would have added more emotions into the drama when watching it. Of course, with Damak, I would just want a scene of why he joined Punsu, whether it be that his wife was murdered by the government, or the government didn't help him, or he always felt like the government took control of his life and took money, took taxes and stuff like that, because we really didn't get that backstory from him at all. So next one I have is the Queen. So with the Queen, I was very confused at why the fact that she would side with Daemon to get rid of the Crown Prince when she hated him. And I would like a quick, like, you know, maybe a flashback or something of why they worked together. Either that she fell in love with him or something like that, because you know it's just kind of confusing, kind of annoying how she switched sides so fast. The next one character I'm going to talk about is Peasant Son. No, I really hated how fast he turned evil, and it felt like, you know, it felt really frustrating because like I could understand why he turned evil, because of course his family's taken away and stuff like that, and he has to live in the palace and he gets tortured. But then again, it's like, no, like I didn't believe in it, and I didn't like it, and I just, ugh, I hated it. No, I felt like this would have been a lot better if maybe the fact that, you know, Daemon tortured him and made him believe that Prince Sun, you know, was against him, or there was a misunderstanding and he thought that Prince Sun, like, you know, taking away his family and killing his family. There should have been something that made him turn so fast, because I felt like him turning was just ridiculous, and he felt like a child, and I just didn't like the character anymore. I wanted a bromance. I wanted a story where it was more about friendship, but and of course it wasn't like that at all. And the last thing I of course would want to change, like the biggest thing I would want to change out of everything, is the fact that we had a stupid love triangle. So when I started this drama, I thought this drama was going to be more like about politics and the government, and like him finding his, you know, footings and stuff like that. But we got a stupid romance, and you know, I'm not like bashing the actors or anything like that. I just didn't like the romance, and the reason why I didn't like the romance is because I felt like it took too much away from like the scenes from Pengsu. I felt like it took too much away from the plot line itself too. Now, my favorite thing in this drama was when they all went off to like Japan, and it was like a little mission. I love like a couple episodes that were like that too, like where they were fighting against Pengsu and they were going on missions, and I love that. But unfortunately, majority of the drama was taken up by a stupid love triangle that should have never happened. And I also just wish that, you know, the relationship between Peasant Son, Prince Son, and Guyan were better formed, because I definitely felt like, you know, it was a day and Prince Son was like, "You're my friend, I love you," and it didn't feel realistic, nor did I like was able to see like the chemistry between them in the beginning. I felt like it was really too awkward, and I wish they had a little bit more built into the relationship rather than like a day of him being like, "You're my best friend," because that didn't make any sense. I get the fact that they have to rush Peasant Son into the palace, but in all, they could have done it a lot better, written it a lot better, maybe have more scenes with them together, because it just felt too rushed. Next thing I want to talk about is my favorite moments, and I actually wrote them down really badly, I'm sorry, on this piece of paper, so I'm going to read most of them off of this, so please ignore the fact that I'm looking down. Okay, so episode 2, when Prince Sun is in the village, and you know, he's all happy because he just escaped the palace, and he's walking around, he sees these girls, he kind of flirts with them, he gets like, I think he sees a kite, and then all of a sudden the music turns from happiness to sad or silent, and he goes around the corner and he sees, you know, these people who are starving to death. It's a realization for him, like that the outside of the palace isn't all like happy and sunshine. There are people starving, there's people, you know, dying, and I felt like that scene was very well shot, and it made me feel like, you know, I was really happy when I saw him dancing around, but then when we got to the poor people, I felt like just like him, where I was like, whoa, where did that come from? And like, it was a really well shot and one of my favorite scenes. Also in episode 2, when Wu Bu was drinking and he like went up to Prince Sun, he was like drinking, he's like, "Who are you here to see?" I love that scene because Wu Bu always drinks no matter what. I love him. Number 4 is when Peasant Sun's father was about to get his hand chopped off, I think, and Prince Sun walks in like a badass with his mask on, everyone bows to him, and I like the fact that he put everyone in their places. It was like a badass moment. I loved it. Episode 6 is a very emotional scene. It's when he went to go talk to his father, Prince Sun did, and he's begging Prince Sun to tell, his father to let Deputy Han go, which was Gaian's father. And he gets so worked up that he actually passes out. And I thought that that was such well acting by the character, or by the actor who plays Prince Sun. It was like you could tell in his eyes that he was like broken, and it was just really good acting that I had to just add to this list of some of my favorite moments. So my next favorite scene is episode 12 when the bodyguard, Prince Sun, Wubu, and also Muha were all drinking together, and they got Muha to sign the contract, and they were like, "You'll get promoted if you sign this contract and you go with us and you get the copper." And he's like, "I will get a promotion? Yes!" And I love that scene. It was pretty funny. Also, on top of that, we had a scene where they all work together. Hagoon, Muha, I don't think Wubu was there, but the bodyguard. Also, we met Mi Chang. That's probably one of my favorite scenes, though, them just working together, and I wish it was like that throughout the whole show, but unfortunately it wasn't. My next one is episode 19, when we find out that Ming Chang's father is the chief eunuch. That was very shocking to me. I didn't expect that whatsoever, so I love a show that surprises me and makes me be like, oh my goodness, I did not see that coming. I love those shows. Episode 21 is The Kiss. Oh boy, that kiss, like, did not expect that. I mean, K-dramas are just really, like, getting, like, intense with these kisses, and oh boy, like, oh. Episode 23, the bromance between Prince Sun and Peasant Sun after Peasant Sun loses his pills, and Prince Sun's like, "I will go get you one, and I will help you, and I will save you," and I'm just like, the bromance, thank you. Episode 28 is when Gaian found out the truth that, Prince Sun was the prince, and she breaks down. And I just want to say that was some amazing acting from the girl who plays Gaian. I mean, I was blown away, and I cried, and even though I really didn't like the character, I did feel emotionally attached, if that makes any sense. So I felt like they did some really good acting in that scene of them breaking up. Episode 32 was when Hagoon burned down the flowers because, wow, she is such a badass, and she definitely went out with a bang. Let me just say that. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that. Episode 38 is when Peasant Sun is in the jail cell, and Prince Sun goes to see him, and Prince Sun tells him that, like, I'm going to give you the antidote. I'm sorry for the things I've caused you, and it made me frustrated in some aspects, but I also did really enjoy the fact that, Prince Sun is so forgivable, and he cares so much about Peasant Sun that he's like, I'm sorry for what happened. I'm still gonna help you, because those bromance feelings. The last one I have is at 40, and it's when all the people who died throughout the series came back. Not really came back, but they each came back in their own way, for him seeing them after he married Gaian, and him saying, like, "I promise you I'll take care of her, or I promise I'll be a good king, and I promise I'll be happy." And I love that scene, because it was very nice to kind of wrap it all back together. So overall, I did enjoy this drama. Probably won't watch it again. It was dry in some places, so if you have a hard time getting through historical dramas, I would not recommend this one because it does get dry. You will get frustrated. I do want to say that I was more frustrated with the writing than the actors and the acting itself, although Hagen's girl should have done a little bit better. But I mean, what can I say? Because I suck at acting, so I can't really say too much, I guess. Also, on top of that, if you did like this drama, another drama I would recommend is Haizarang. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I apologize. Which is basically about a king undercover too. Now, I don't really watch a lot of historical dramas, so I don't know what other to recommend. So I'm just gonna stick to that one. So check that one out if you do like this drama, so it can help you on your drama depression, I guess, because you go into the drama depression when you finish a drama you really like, and you're like, I don't know what other drama will replace this one. Yeah, that's what it's called. But yeah, just check that one out if you did like it. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday, or next day, tomorrow, I don't know. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to give it a thumbs up or write a comment down below. What's your thoughts on this show? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was your favorite moments? What was your worst moments? And I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye!
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more of me, the last video that I made is going to be somewhere around here. I hope you all have a good day, and we'll see you on Sunday.